100 years ago, a lady by the name of Anna Jarvis started a national holiday to honor mothers, and we are glad to see the mothers here today and glad to see their baseball fans as well. Welcome to Mother's Day on a Blue Sunday spectacular here in Seattle. Royals and the Mariners. Mariners going for their 5th consecutive series win. Glad you've joined us this afternoon. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Brew. Let's take a look at the Kansas City lineup that will face left-hander Roenis Elias.
Aoki will lead things off. Then it is Eric Hosmer. He has been the hot hitter for the Royals. Butler, Valencia, Alex Gordon. 13 doubles, tied for second in the American League. He hits 5th. Then it's Kane Giavotella batting 7th. Escobar and Brett Hayes getting his first start, rounding out the 9 for the Royals. Elias on the year, his 8th start. 41 in the third, 37 strikeouts for him. Opponents hitting just .235.
First pitch of the ball game to Aoki's in there for called strike 1. Pitch fouled back. 56 degrees west. The wind's west at 7. Umpires today: Marcus Patillo home plate, Laz Diaz at first, Scott Barry, who had looked like he had a major problem at second. Behind home plate, he's at second today, and Jeff Nelson is at third. Wild pitch yesterday by Ventura, bounced up and hit Scott Barry in the back of his right hand, took a serious bruise and had to leave the ballgame. Elias won his last 2 starts against the Yankees in New York and at Oakland.
Royals this afternoon have 3 left-handers, and you just saw Elias. He will drop down, throw his fastball and his curveball from the sidearm.
Back up the middle. Cano knocks it down. Base hit for Aoki.
Be a base hit for Aoki. And a look at the defense for the Mariners this afternoon. Ackley in left field. James Jones getting the start in center. Stephen Romero out in right. Seager, good to see him back in the lineup. Missed a few days with the flu. Miller and Cano playing up the middle. Justin Smoke is your first baseman, and Mike Zunino will do the catching this afternoon. And Robinson Cano trying for the backhand to play Aoki. Good speed, left-handed hitter. I don't think he would have had a chance to throw him out as it goes off the heel of the glove of Cano.
There's Eric Hosmer. Taylor-made double play. 2 down. Doesn't get any easier for Brad Miller and company.
And not a surprise to see Hosmer swinging early in the count. The Royals as a team, they've been swinging early this entire series. Good to see Elias get the ground ball. Easy double play for Brad Miller.
Sun becoming more prominent over the last 20 minutes or so. So you look at Billy Butler, a 3-hole hitter. DH, .244 batting average with 1 homer and 14 runs batted in. Mariners have kept him pretty quiet here, 3 for 13 in the series.
Surprising to see him with just 1 home run on the year. .244 average overall.
So strike at the low end of the zone. Butler and Elias is ahead 1 and 2. See a lot of pink in the ballpark. Pink used by the ball players today. Bats, shoestrings, shoes. All a tribute to Mom. Black on pink. You got James Jones in center field with white shoes with pink trim. And the stitching, I am told, I'd seen earlier today that the stitching in the Major League Baseballs today would be pink. Strike 3 called. Good start for Elias. Going for his 3rd straight win. 11 pitches to get the first 3 outs of the ball game. We're underway here at Safeco Field. The Mariners coming to bat. It's Mother's Day, yes indeed, and we enjoy the sunshine here at Safeco Field, and the Mariner Ball Club playing outstanding ball, winning 12 of its last 16. Here's a look at the Mariner lineup for this afternoon.
This afternoon starting lineup brought to you by Chevron. Jones will lead off again, and then it's Miller, Cano, Hart. How about Smoke against Guthrie? He has 5 hits, 3 of them home runs. He's been a hot hitter for the Mariners, a 2-run homer for him last night. Then it's Seager. Good to see Kyle back in the lineup, hitting 6. Ackley, Romero, and Zunino rounding out the 9 for the Mariners. Guthrie, 2-2 record, a 3.91 ERA for the veteran right-hander in 46 innings. 23 strikeouts and 11 walks. Opponent's hitting .254. He's given up 8 home runs this year. Mariners with a couple of home runs last night. Smoke, a 2-run homer, and Ackley, a solo home run.
Guthrie, over the course of his career, has averaged Major League 162 game average, 30 home runs a year. As you mentioned, Smoke has got 3 against him. So does Cano. James Jones been a nice difference maker in his 8 games, 3 starts, 3-0 in the starts, 5-3 in the games that he's appeared. Strike 2-2. Everybody talked to you about Jones. I said, boy, like his enthusiasm, like the energy, and obviously the athleticism he brings to the ball club. 2-2. Waved at that one. He's gone. 1 down.
And look at the defense for the Royals this afternoon. Gordon in left field, Kane in center, Aoki in right. Valencia will get the start at third base. Escobar finds shortstop. There's Giavotella and Hosmer on the right side of the infield. Brett Hayes making his first start behind the plate.
Brad Miller in a major league slump here, boy. 0 for 18. What was your worst slump?
I think 23 or 24.
Bouncing ball, Giavotella off his glove.
I'd like to give him a hit, but that'll probably be an E4.
That's an E4 all the way.
Just a simple backhanded play for Giavotella. Had plenty of time to make this play. Goes right off the end of his glove. That is an error.
So when you break your 0 for 23-24, who'd you break it against and with what?
It was in Tampa Bay, I want to say, and it was a home run.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oppo or the Yank one?
No, it was right center. The difference, though, you're talking about Brad, is I'd already been in the league for 7 years. So I was better equipped to handle it. It still wasn't fun, I can promise you that, but I knew it was going to end.
And when you're young in that first couple of years,
it's tough. It's tough, especially when you know everybody's looking at you, and especially when it's early in the season and you have that 170 batting average up on the scoreboard. It's tough. It's a lot to deal with.
There's Cano, a 256 hitter, 11 for 43 against Guthrie with 3 home runs. Lloyd was empathizing, Lloyd McClendon, skipper, empathizing with the case of Miller. Says, hitting a $160. You are lost. I've been there. But I like how he keeps coming back. I saw Bonds hit 163 at the end of May, and he won the MVP. There you go.
There's a lot of stories. Yeah.
Solidly smoked to center field. Going back, Kane makes the catch.
Well, maybe he had enough of it.
Still looking for that first home run here at Safeco Field.
Not much of a breeze today. If there is one, it's light going out towards right field.
Kane can cover out there. We've seen that. You've been a big fan of his for years.
Yeah, I've liked Kane a lot. He's a good player. Take a look at the swing by Robinson Cano. Looks like he gets pretty good wood on it. Maybe in just a little bit. Takes Kane back to the warning track. Yeah, I've liked Kane since he showed up. That was an easy one. He's quite the athlete.
See the gap-to-gap coverage.
Yeah,
and it's a blur.
Speed, has a good arm, hits with some power.
Tell you what, Cano offensively carried a big load for the Mariners. Leading hitter, hits, leader, tied for the lead triples. He's got 2 stolen base, tied for the lead in that category.
And he's second in RBIs, and once he gets hot and starts hitting the ball in the seats, which he's going to do, that RBI total is going to move up rapidly.
Average about 25, 26 home runs per season. It's Corey Hart a little late, 1-2. Corey tied for the lead in home runs, but leads a club. He's been hit 6 times. Move, got him. Really good move. Jeremy Guthrie, an outstanding athlete out of Roseburg, Oregon, picks off Brad Miller. Second inning coming up. Take another look at some work by Roenis Elias and what he's done. What a great story he's been.
He talked about it in spring training. He loves his curveball, and that's the pitch he uses to put hitters away. But how about 170 curveballs? Swings at it 66 times, whiffs a third of the time, 21. They put it in play 21 times. He's only given up 2 hits.
That's remarkable.
2 hits on 66 swings at his curveball. That is pretty good. And that's the reason why at the start of it I mentioned Felix's changeup exceptional, Iwakuma's split, and now you can start to put this young man's curveball in there.
Like McClendon threw a stat at him like that before the game. Says, heck, you got to throw a curveball all the time there. Sit with a laugh.
Yeah.
First pitch strike to Danny Valencia playing at third base. A lot more comfortable at third base. He's a third baseman by trade, but has played a lot of time at second base for Kansas City with Omar Infante on the shelf. 0-1. Miller throws over. Too late. That'll be a base hit. I think it's smoked.
Well, this is a tough welcome back to Kyle Seager, who's missed a few games with the flu. As Dave mentioned, that ball is hit extremely hard. Right to Kyle's left. And that will be a base hit, as it should be.
Well, I wonder what took him so long.
Tricky hop. Yeah, in between hop, too.
There's Alex Gordon, left fielder. Gordon 4 for 11 here in the series. Say this for Kansas City. They're not up there posing for their baseball cards.
It's been fun to watch it in one respect, and that is as you look at, we were talking about Iwakuma and then the job that Chris Young did yesterday. I think you can pitch off the edges of the plate. They want to swing the bats, and I think you can get them to hit some pitchers' pitches, which typically will mean they're going to make outs on him as Gordon pulls this ball foul. And Iwakuma, and for that matter, I thought Maurer did too. He was just unfortunate. A lot of players and ground ball base hits, all singles off of him. That was a tough outing for him. although he threw the ball much better than the numbers show. And then, of course, Chris yesterday was brilliant in his outing.
0-2. Couldn't entice him to offer it the breaking ball. Kansas City's offensive profile, 9th in batting average, next to last in runs. The run differential -2. 9th in hits, last in homers, 4th in steals, and ERA 4th.
13th in on-base percentage.
Broken bat looper. And Ackley can't get it. See if they can get the force. No.
Looks like he gets a good fastball in on the hands of Gordon. Jams him. He'll break the bat, but it'll end up being a base hit. Yeah, right on the label. You can see his bat shatter. Tremendous amount of vibration in there when you get that far down on the hands. But he dumps it right in front of Ackley.
Brings up Lorenzo Cain, center fielder. Get down and off the glove of Seager, and everybody's safe. E5 on that one. Bases are loaded.
Well, this is something we haven't seen from Kyle. The first play was a difficult one. This is one he will always handle. Nothing going on there. It was an easy hop for him to handle, and he just kicked it. So it could have been a double play. Ends up being an error, and the base is loaded with nobody out.
Brings up Johnny Giaffeltella. Recent call up again to this Kansas City ball club. This is 4th game. Elias got to pitch his way out of trouble here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Strike one.
Kyle missing a couple of days with the flu. His first day back.
Swing and a miss. 0-2. Giaffeltella strikeout and a ground out and a fly out last night. Eric Radovich adding to that last play, fielder's choice E5. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Giaffeltella. Saved there by Zunino.
For Elias, he has a good fastball. It'll be 90 to 93 miles an hour. We'll also throw a cutter in on the hands of the righties. Mix in a changeup, and his out pitch is, of course, the curveball. And against left-handers, he will drop his arm down, change angles to the lefties, throw a little more sidearm to him.
First time Kansas City seeing Elias. 1-2 pitch. He went. That's a big strikeout. One down. Then you throw a ground ball, get a double play, and he's out of it.
I like it. This looks like the cut fastball in on the hands. Absolutely ties him up. Yep, that is the cutter at 89 miles an hour. Pitch selection. You can see overall 57% fastballs with 2 strikes. It'll drop down to 38%. There's the curveball. 24%, but 49% with 2 strikes. He likes to put the hitters away with that. And then, of course, mix in that changeup. But 49% curveballs, and it has been a great pitch for him.
Infield double play depth. The hitter Alcides Escobar.
Oh boy.
Double play's not going to help here at all. Going back and goodbye. Grand slam, 4-0 Kansas City. Escobar's second home run takes his RBI total to 15.
First pitch fastball, 93 miles an hour. Tried to get it on his hand, probably left it middle in, and belt high.
First career grand slam for Alcides Escobar, their outstanding shortstop. I'll bring up Brett Hayes, the catcher. Brett, the backup. Salvador Perez, playing in just his 9th game. This one's playable. Zunino makes the play in fair territory. Round number 2. Say this, Escobar was paying attention. A lot of first pitch strikes on a fastball. And he went up there with a mission. Here's Aoki again. 7th man to the plate here in the 2nd inning.
Those extra outs always seem to hurt you, Dave.
Oh, between that and the walks, absolutely.
He hasn't walked anybody. In fact, he's thrown a lot of strikes, 27 pitches.
But just in general, I mean, they get those
strikes.
the walks. I mean, either one.
Absolutely.
You do it, and they're going to get to you. 10 batters face 10 first pitch strikes. So Elias 2-1 here to Aoki. Got an infield hit to lead off the ball game. Elias giving up that home run. That's the 5th he's given up this season. That is the most on the ball club. He had been tied with Chris Young at 4. 2-2. Count has run full. Three and 2. Dropped down and got him. Aoki saying, hey, didn't get any portion of the inside corner, but Marcus Patillo disagrees. Big inning for the Royals with the grand slam by Escobar, 4-0 KC. Slam by Alcides Escobar's first career grand slam. Corey Hart was at the dish when Brad Miller was picked off for the 3rd out in the 1st inning. So Corey's going to lead off here. Jeremy Guthrie going through the best run he's had in his career. Spent 5 years in Baltimore. 18 games under 500. Drive to center field. Kane, can he outrun the slice? He does. Ball was slicing away from him, and he ran it down.
Corey hits a line drive. It's about as hard as you can hit it to center field. It's on a line all the way out to about 400 feet. As Dave mentioned, slicing away from Kane, but we know over the course of the last few years, if it stays in the ballpark, there's a good chance he will run it down. Good look at our McDonald's Supermo and the concentration of Kane as he takes one more step and crashes into the wall.
Brings up Justin Smoke.
Royals put the shift on for Smoke. Everybody around to the right side.
He must dream in shifts. Co-leader in home runs with 5. RBI leader. And 17 runs scored. How about that?
Yeah, he's getting up on the quarter pole here of the season, and he's off to a good start. And he's hit hard again.
Right at Kane. 2 down.
Wow.
Quick 2 outs here in the second. Major League Baseball and the Seattle Mariners wish mothers everywhere a very happy Mother's Day. Join Major League Baseball on Going to Bat Against Breast Cancer. To find out how, visit MLBcommunity.org.
Well, the Mariners have hit the ball on the button a couple of times this inning and have nothing to show for it.
Quick 2 outs in the second brings up Kyle Seager. First action since Thursday. Said Friday, sitting in a clubhouse, 3:30. He's good, no problem. And all of a sudden, his body went into revolt. Stayed away from the wife and kid the next couple of nights, and here he is now. They put the shift on for him. He's hoping for the Zunino method. Zunino had the flu late April. On April 29th, came back and went 4 for 5 in a 6-3 win at the stadium in New York. He says, I want the 4 hits too.
There you go. Get greedy. Look at the Mariners. The last 3 hitters, Cano even, all of them hitting the ball hard. They're just trying the wrong guy. All 3 of them flying out to Kane in center.
0-2 here to Kyle. And he's gone. Quick inning by Guthrie. A 7-pitch inning to get his 3 outs. 4-0 Kansas City. And finale of this series, and coming up, our CenturyLink link to what's next. Tampa Bay's in town. Cesar Ramos goes against Felix Hernandez. Felix with a 3-1 record, a 2.73 ERA, and Ramos getting a chance with all the injuries in the pitching staff down at Tampa. There's Hosmer. It's a breaking ball. For ball 1, Felix Hernandez still prides himself as a hitter. He does have that homer against Santana back at Shea Stadium. 08. 2, 3, and 4 here for Kansas City. Hosmer, Butler, and Valencia. Just joining us, a grand slam by Alcides Escobar in the second inning. That's hit hard. Jones not going to get a glove on it. Bounces over the fence into the Mariner bullpen. A double for Hosmer's 14th of the season. And that's the start to the third inning here for KC.
Gets a fastball out over the plate. Elias had missed with a couple of his breaking balls and comes back with a fastball, and Hosmer drives it into the gap. He has been the Royals' best hitter this year.
Ties him with Trevor Plouffe, Minnesota. Doubles lead in the American League. They have a great year. Hosmer started the day 6th in batting average. Breaking ball beats Billy Butler. Butler struck out looking first time.
Here in the early going, the Royals 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Unfortunately, the one hit was the home run by Escobar, and it was a grand slam.
Going back is Miller. He's got to play. 1 out, 1 on here in the third inning. Say goodbye to Monday Blues and hello to Mariners baseball. Being true to the blue. Join us tomorrow evening for BECU Family Night when the Mariners take on the Rays at 7:10. Select view level seats. They're only $10. Come on out. Make plans to start your week right by getting tickets right now at mariners.com. Here's Danny Valencia. Hard hit smash off the glove of Kyle Seager down at third for a base hit. Was back in the second inning. Able to hold up as they check with Laz Diaz. Elias 1-1, 1 out, runner at second.
Swinging bunt.
Tough play. Everybody's safe.
That will be a base hit.
Down to third goes Hosmer.
It's like a curveball, swinging bunt. Kyle trying to go with the barehanded play. He was playing deep, though. I don't think he would have had a play even if he came up with it.
Third infield hit for Kansas City. Boy, picked up a lot of dirt after chop down. Here's a pop-up off the bat of Gordon. And there's 2 down. Big out. Gordon retired. First time up. Single to left. So 2 outs, runners at the corners. Brings up Lorenzo Cain. Reached on an error by Seager. Through the signs again. Ball 1. $29,359 on hand in last night's game, which ran a quick 2:18, 2 hours 18 minutes, and another good crowd here today. Fly ball right field. Stephen Romero records the out. That'll do it. Kansas City gets a couple of hits, a couple of runners stranded. 4-0 Royals. T-Mobile unleash from the rules of wireless restrictions. Escobar did not wait. We told you they're a free swinging team, and they got after the first pitch with the bases loaded, drove it out of here for his first career grand slam.
First pitch fastball for Escobar. That was after an infield hit, a broken bat, base hit, an error, and the Mariners find themselves down 4-0.
Perfect world. He'd have been out of that inning with a 0 on the board. Bottom third of the order here, Ackley, Romero, and Zunino against Jeremy Guthrie. Mentioned earlier that Guthrie going through the best run in his career. He was 18 games under 500 with Baltimore for 5 years. 3 years now with Kansas City. He's 22-17. Backing up Kane. Long run towards the track. Got a chance. Goodbye. Second home run in as many days for Dustin Ackley. And the Mariners are on the board.
That is a big boy home run. Going opposite field out to left center field, one of the bigger parts of the ballpark, and hitting it out. Dave mentioned Dustin Ackley homered in yesterday's game, hit a changeup into right. But this time he gets an off-speed pitch and jumps on it. That's a changeup again. Good job by Ackley to stay with this pitch. But to drive it out into the pen for his third home run of the year.
And that hit Romero. Goodness gracious, how many guys are going to get hit? No, in baseball, isn't some payback due at some point?
There you can see it fly into the pen. That's Ackley. There's one that Kane isn't able to get to. The Mariners have flown out to him 3 times in the game already. He's made a couple of good catches, running catches, but not able to bring that one back.
Ackley with that home run is now 5 for 9 against Jeremy Guthrie. Guy who gives up a lot of home runs.
And with Romero getting hit by that pitch, they just tied Boston for the league lead in hit batters.
Here's Mike Zunino. 411 feet on that home run by Ackley. Third home run. His 15th RBI.
All the good news for the Mariners. Plenty of game left in that home run by Ackley. That's the 9th home run that Guthrie has given up this year. So they have time to get back in this game.
You look at his totals. Guthrie, when he became a regular, since he became a regular in 07, these are the home run totals he's given up 20 over the years. 23, 24, 35, 25, and 26, and 30.
And already 9.
Grab a bat, Mike.
Yeah, already 9.
Two 2-0 to Zunino. The other thing too, you get smoked with 3 home runs against a ditto Cano on the back of their baseball cards, as Lloyd McClendon would say. 2 balls, 1 strike to Mike Zunino. On his 3-game hitting streak for Mike, 3 for his last 10. Terrific athlete, Jeremy Guthrie out of Roseburg, Oregon. Graduated from Ashland, Oregon High School in 1997. Class valedictorian. MVP for football, MVP for basketball, MVP for baseball his senior years. Stud.
That is a good athlete, isn't it?
Stud, flat out. A baller, as they say these days. 3-2. Out back. And he went to BYU. Then did a couple of years at Mormon Mission. And then when he came back to the States, went to Stanford. Drafted by the Indians in 2002, and he's been with Cleveland, Baltimore, Colorado, and now in his 3rd year with Kansas City. On it goes. Hit the other way. That'll work. Romero eases into 3rd. Runners at the corners for the Mariners. Nobody out with a run in here in the 3rd inning.
Lloyd McClendon putting the game in motion with Romero. That opens up the entire right side of the infield for Mike Zunino. He gets jammed. 55 hopper, a little ground ball, but it finds its way into right field, and the Mariners off to some good shape here in the bottom of the 3rd. Already a run on the board by the solo homer from Ackley. Now 1st and 3rd, still nobody out. Back to the top of the lineup.
Jones struck out on a 2-2 pitch to open up the Mariners 1st. Runners at the corners here. He's the tying run. Slaps one foul. I've enjoyed seeing James get a lot of major league firsts. Got one more left on this board there. A round trip. Also looking for his first RBI. 1-1 count. Got the bunt down. Guthrie, a great athlete, holds the runner at 3rd, throws out Jones. Down to 2nd goes Zunino. Nice play by Guthrie. Make sure you join us Tuesday evening during the Rays Mariners game. Another edition of Twitter Tuesday comes your way. You're going to have 4 chances to win exciting prizes just by interacting with us on Twitter throughout the ball game. Going to be posting questions. We want to hear from you, so be sure to watch and follow us on Twitter at RootSports_NW. Winners will be chosen at random. For giveaway rules, go to rootsports.com. And what a matchup. David Price makes his first appearance on the mound here at Safeco Field. He goes against Hisashi Iwakuma.
Great pitching matchup. Iwakuma was outstanding in his last outing. This will be his 3rd start coming up.
Brad Miller, 1-1. A couple runners in scoring position for Brad, who reached on an error by Giavotella and then was picked off by Guthrie at first base for the 3rd out in the 1st inning. Striking the inside corner, says Marcus Matteo.
For those that were wondering,
pick up the shoe and put it back on your foot.
Yeah.
1-2.
By the way, James Jones, he was bunting on his own. He was trying to bunt for a base hit. Looked like he was trying to bunt the ball towards 2nd. I'm sure that there wasn't anything put on.
Mariners have runners at 2nd and 3rd, 1 out, down 4-1. Breaking ball fouled off. to Brad, just staying alive.
He did a good job of getting a piece of that fastball. It's a good fastball at 95 miles an hour at the top of the strike zone.
Two pitch. See him coming over the top, trying to work that curveball. I can hear many a pitching coach pull down the shade on the window here, and he could not snap it off. Good luck at the shadow action here at the ballpark. Full count to Miller. 2 on. Second and third, 1 out. Miller gets into one, going back. It is one hop off the fence. There goes the streak. 2-run score, and that's a 4-3 game. Brad Miller breaks out. Brad Miller mired in an 0 for 19. It's gone now. 2 RBIs for Brad, picking up 10 and 11.
And it wasn't a cheap one. This ball is hit hard. Line drive out to right center field. Short hops the fence, and he'll pick up a couple of RBIs in the process. Good way to break out of it.
Needed that. Really good work. Little shadow baseball for you. Here's Cano. Tying run at second. Cano. First pitch inside, ball 1. Working inside. Pattern started by the Yankees when we were in New York after everybody had been pitching in middle away.
Great point. Obviously, Robinson spending 9 years in New York, and we went into that series, and they constantly pitched him inside, and that's when things have changed up. Early in the season, they were pitching him away.
There is Hosmer with a terrific play, double play. Miller thought he was going to score the tying run. And once again, Cano hit it on the button. But the Mariners do make this a closer ball game on the Ackley home run and the 2-run double by Miller. Eric Hosmer stands 6'4", and it's a good thing for Kansas City because this would have been a tie ball game as Miller was on the move off the line drive hit by Cano, and Hosmer skies for it right here and makes a nice play. It throws over to double up Brad Miller.
Mariners have hit the baseball hard this afternoon. A number of them for outs.
So Elias right back in the game as we get to the 4th inning. Giovitello, Escobar, and Brett Hayes. Two 2-0. Good for Brad Miller. Breaks an 0 for 19 in a big way. 2-run double. His 5th double of the season. 2-0 pitch. Felt way off on that. 3-0. In for a strike, 3-1. Giovitello struck out on a 1-2 pitch the first time. And there's a walk issued by Elias.
We've been talking about Elias and his curveball and what an outstanding pitch it has been for him. Total curveballs coming into this game 170. See 93 in the strike zone, 52 of them taken in the strike zone, so they're not even swinging at it half the time. And then out of the zone 77 pitches, but they've chased it 25 times, and that's the one he typically try to bounce off the top of the plate. He gets a lot of strikeouts with that pitch. So a hitter's having a tough time dealing with his curveball.
Down low to Escobar. First pitch swinging, bases loaded, in the second hit his first career grand slam.
He started him off with a changeup and missed with it this time. Rick Waite's pitch coach going to make a trip to the mound. Another changeup. His changeup easily his 3rd best pitch, and he's really thrown more of them. And I think the aggression and probably the grand slam on a first pitch fastball maybe has changed him up a little bit. And Rick Waite wants him to stay aggressive, which is his strength. And every now and then you may get beat on your best pitch, but you have to keep going to it.
That's a message Rick preaches all the time. And all the other times you won with it, that was one time you get beat, stay with it.
Right.
Well, you've seen that a lot of times. Guys go out there trying to reinvent the wheel.
It's one of those things that when they're, especially the good pitchers, and they have quality pitches, and it's like they get shell shocked when somebody hits one hard. Guys on the other side of the field are pretty good too, and they just all of a sudden change up everything.
Fastball back with a strike, 3-1. McClendon's hilarious. He goes, guys in the other dugout are driving Mercedes Benzes too.
Very good point.
That hurt.
It's foul ball. We'll see where it hits him. Ooh, those are the ones that really hurt.
He's a very good shortstop, and they can't afford to lose him. Nick Kenny is the trainer. He's going to come out and take a look. Oof.
Sounded like it hit the bat twice. I did that one time. That's why I wore the shin guard the rest of my career. Once was enough.
Smart.
Yeah, that was enough.
See stars? I mean, that kind of pain?
Oh, yeah. He's going to have a big knot on his shin.
Good player. Hey, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Guess where the next pitch is coming?
How about a cutter inside?
There you go.
Pitchers, they're brutal.
Three and two. And he hits it into the gap. How about this? Hard base hit. Whipping down the first, a 2-for-2 day for the Kansas City shortstop Alcides Escobar.
Well, he didn't get it in there. That pitch was right down the middle. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Look at our McDonald's Supermo four-seamer in the middle of the plate. Escobar having a good day. Grand slam, and now he can add a base hit to it. 2-for-2.
Brett Hayes popped up to Zunino.
The Royals are second in sacrifice bunting. And now Kyle Seager comes up even with the bag at third. Hayes the backup catcher.
First and second, nobody out. Throw down to second, and it gets through. E2. Down to third goes Giavotella.
And it looked like they were going to have him doubled up off the bag at second. Take a look at it. Ball will bounce in front of Brad. I couldn't tell if the runner gets in the way, and I think he does. Brad coming up trying to block it, even has a knee down, but not able to keep it in front of him. And so Giavotella will scamper down to third on an error by Zunino.
Second error in the ball game by the Mariners, one for Kansas City. Dominic Leone heating up. Looks like both guys having trouble seeing the ball. Do you see that?
Daytime, a lot of white shirts in the stands, sunny day.
It's a foul ball. As an infielder playing third at the sun in your eyes, particularly this time of day. I mean, the outfield, who catches it more, the outfielders or you guys at third in terms of the sun, the white shirts? How bad? I mean,
it's worse for the outfielders. The outfielders have a much tougher time because they have to deal with more of it. In the infield, you're going to be just that half second, that click late on your movements, probably just trying to pick the ball up. It used to actually be worse because the old stadiums, the field was a little bit higher, so the stands were even lower. At least here you have some railing and some green on the lower ground ball that you can pick up in the new stadiums, but the old stadiums, it was terrible on day games.
A lot of those fields had a little more crown than they have now, too.
Good curveball.
That's a strikeout of Brett Hayes, third strikeout for Elias. One down. King's Court is back in session tomorrow. Join the court when King Felix takes the mound against the Rays tomorrow night, 7:10 start time. Get your seat in the Royal section, a T-shirt, and a K-card for $30. Go to mariners.com/Felix to check it out.
Royals now 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position.
That was Elias's third strikeout. He's walked one. Top of the order, Naoki again. Pitch, he tried to strike him out, did strike him out in the second. Cesar Ramos will be Felix's opponent tomorrow night. Look at the opponent's batting average for Ramos, hitting just a .188 against him.
Fine ERA too, under 3 at 2.96 ERA for Ramos.
Latest with 4 Ks now.
Aoki trying to do the same thing that we saw James Jones try. Jones ended up bunting the ball back to the pitcher.
Runners at first and third, 1 out. It's a nasty pitch for left-handers.
Yep.
1-2.
Drop down, changes arm angle on you, and more of a sweeping breaking ball as opposed to the 12-6 curveball. That one well located at 77 miles an hour on the outside corner. Tried it again.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Aoki way up on that bat. Two and two.
That is a good pitch. That looked like a perfect pitch set up for it. Couple of breaking balls on the outside corner. And then he comes back with a good fastball at 93 right on the inside corner and didn't get the call. Excellent pitch.
So full count here. Escobar takes over, or takes off, I should say. Breaking ball fouled away. Escobar clearly feeling better, not at 100%, still got a little bit of a limp. Gets back to first. Three and two. Escobar runs, pitch, hit down to Smoke. Backhand, can't get it. Everybody's safe. Run scores. 5-3 Kansas City.
And that will be an E3.
Third Mariners error today.
And Justin tried to come in and get it. He was going to go to home, try to cut down the runner. The runner was on the move, using the contact play, and Justin was going to try to make a play at the plate and ended up kicking it. So the third error for the Mariners.
Second this inning. 5-3 ball game. And here's Eric Hosmer. Breaking ball for strike. Hosmer started the day third in hits behind Miguel Cabrera and Alexi Ramirez. Third in extra base hits. Having a just sensational start. Tied for the league lead in doubles now with 14. Had a ground rule double, bounced over fence in left center field into the Mariner bullpen. 3 errors, a season most for the Mariners. Fastball for a strike. Runners at first and second. Could get that breaking ball over.
This is one of those days where you really feel for your starting pitcher. 3 errors. Having to make a lot of extra pitches. It's going to end up killing your pitch count at some point, the extra outs, and of course the runs on top of it.
Luckily, the bullpen is fresh if needed. 1-2. Look out. Oh, my goodness. Whew.
Luckily, it hit the net right on top of the dugout. There's a little net, and it hit right in the net. So everybody is okay.
Boy, oh boy. 1-2 to Hosmer. Breaking ball. Hit foul. We're talking about the bullpen being fresh. Here's why.
8 innings for Iwakuma. Brett Maurer also pitched into the 8th inning, and then 8 innings for Chris Young in last night's ball game. And Dominic Leone continues to get loose in the pen for the Mariners. 70 pitches now for Elias, working here in the 4th.
1-2. Hit foul.
Elias faced 20 batters, 15 first pitch strikes for him.
This is some bout with Hosmer. Here we go, 1-2. And got him to chase it. Just cannot lay off of that pitch. That's strikeout number 5 for Elias. 2 down here in the 4th.
Again, drops his arm angle down and throws the breaking ball 78 miles an hour off the plate away and gets the swing. Elias will do that quite a bit to the left-handed hitters.
Struck out 10. The Yankees doing that, many of them the left-handers. Butler took it, called third, striker popped out to short. Off the glove, Cano, he can't handle, and everybody's safe. That'll be a base hit.
All the way on the other side of second base, they were playing Butler to pull the ball. That's why you don't see Miller in the picture.
Elias gave it a really good effort, and a long run. Cano, good effort as well. And now Kansas City has them loaded up again.
Valencia 2 for 2 in this game.
Valencia started his career with Minnesota, 1 year with Baltimore, now in his first year with Kansas City. Lloyd's club has kicked it around 3 times here today. Mariners trail 5-3, 2 outs, bases loaded. Here in the 4th. Breaking ball for strike. 0-2.
I think they also have 3 infield hits. 1 broken bat hit. They have 8 hits here working in the 4th inning.
Two way inside, stopped by Zunino. Kansas City got a second inning grand slam from their shortstop Alcides Escobar. Mariners in the bottom of the 3rd got a home run from Ackley to lead off the inning, then a 2-run slump busting 2-run double by Brad Miller. Another run here in the 4th inning on an error by Smoke. Two and 2 to Valencia. Reaches out. Elias fires over to Smoke, and that'll do it. They get a run on 2 hits, 2 errors, and leave them loaded 5-3 Royals. Is this family enjoying Mother's Day?
The fourth right now, the Royals lead it by 2, 5-3. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk, and it is Mother's Day, and I have a feeling that we'll probably have a Mother's Day theme with our AT&T fan photos of the game. It is now time for you to tweet your photos using the hashtag Mariners fan photo for a chance to have it shown later in the game. It's brought to you by AT&T. Guys, hopefully you took care of your wives this morning, gave them maybe breakfast in bed, a little coffee, something.
They got it done. All right, Angie, thank you. Here's Corey Hart. Corey sent Kane, the center fielder, to the track where he made the catch back in the second inning. 2-1. It'll be Corey Hart, Justin Smoke, Kyle Seager here in the fourth inning. Mariners got their runs in the third inning. Ackley led off with a home run, and Brad Miller broke an 0-for-19 with a 2-run double. Corey Hart hit this a mile high and foul.
He really likes to take a swing at that high fastball, doesn't he? Pitch.
He's hit a few of them too.
Yes, he has. I guess he figures they're going to elevate it for him. May as well take a swing at it.
I'm 6'6". I'm going to use it. Right center field. Aoki. One out as we take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. The Tampa Bay Ball Club will be here for 3 days starting tomorrow. Travel day Thursday to Minnesota. Off day Monday in Texas. Play the Rangers twice and then come home and look at that homestand. Houston for 4. Angels for 4 and Detroit for 3. Bad news is that being told that could be looking at 30-degree temperatures in the Twin Cities when we get there. They're down in 6 for the Vikings at the Packer 42.
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
Man.
Well, the good news for the Mariners, again, as sloppy as it's been here in the early going, they're only down a couple of runs. Guthrie's given up 9 home runs this year. Royals have the shift on again for Smoke.
And Jeremy well aware that Smoke is 5 for 16 against him with 3 home runs, and he hit a ball hard last time, his first time up to center field, that Kane caught. Three and one. Counts run full. Hit it hard, beat the shift, base hit. Certainly is a new improved Justin Smoke this year, isn't it?
Been fun to watch. Give you an idea. When you take a look at the swing by Justin, solid line drive into right. Comes into the game with 5 home runs and 24 RBIs. At this time last year, on this date last year, he had 1 home run and 6 RBIs.
That replay, what did it show you from what, as compared to what you remember from last year?
I think all you have to do is you have to look at where his head is. His head stays about as quiet as it can be. He's not trying to do too much. And then I think, again, I had a conversation with Rick Riz on the radio this morning about Justin, and a conversation that I had with him a few weeks ago, and he was talking about he's just looking out over the plate. And I think more than anything, he's done 2 things. That's where his strength is, but it's also given him the ability to lay off of that pitch that was borderline inside or off the plate inside that he was swinging at, Dave. And it's keeping him more on the breaking ball and the changeup.
He tightened up his swing a little bit because it was loopy.
Well, yeah, I think that comes with some confidence, too. And when you're looking out over the plate, I think, and you're not trying to do too much, that's going to happen. You're going to shorten it up. But I just like his approach so much more.
Seager gets into one. Deep to right. Get up. Gone. A 2-run homer. Tie ball game at 5-5. How about these Mariners? Kyle Seager out of sick bay with his 6th home run. RBI number 20 and 21. New ball game as Guthrie's giving up another long ball. Columbia Bank difference in the ball game right here.
And with this home run, Kyle not only ties up the ball game, but he takes the team lead again with 6 home runs on the year. Mariners right back in this game, swinging the bats. Couple of home runs for him. Ackley with a solo home run, and now the 2-run homer by Seager. And Dustin Ackley will step in.
Ackley homered his last time up. Well, Seager said he wanted the Zunino plant 4 hits out of sick bay. He needs 3 more. Fly ball deep right center field. Kane going back. Goodbye again. Dustin Ackley, 2 home runs in back-to-back plate appearances. Mariners have the lead at 6-5.
How about back-to-back plate appearances? Dustin in his last at-bat in last night's game homered. So his last 3 plate appearances, he's homered 3 times. Wow. I'll tell you what. Sometimes you get a little justice in this game, and the guy that needed this was Elias. The way that young man has pitched today deserved a better fate than what he was getting, and right now he has the lead in this game. Dustin Ackley showing some power. 3 home runs in his last 3 plate appearances.
Outstanding.
Take a look at the swing by Dustin. He went out to left center, and this is a breaking ball. Hit a changeup his first time up. In fact, he hit a changeup his last time up last night, as Kane will run out of room, and just enough to get it over the fence.
0-2 to Romero.
Stephan was hit by a pitch his first time up.
Here's the 1-2. 2-2-2. Giving up a lot of home runs in his career. Dropped down on Romero, hit it off the end of the bat squibber that Hosmer will take.
Take another look at the swing by Dustin Ackley. Again, this is a curveball starting to go down out of the strike zone, but Dustin stays with it.
Do you not love that? Like Zunino with a hit and run single to right his first time up. We talked about it earlier. It's 162 game average for Jeremy Guthrie. Averages giving up 30 home runs a season. 1-1 count. Ackley got it out of here. 397 feet. Another squibber off the end of the bat. Guthrie will take this. Mariners have the lead after 4. 2-run jack by Seager. And they go back to back with Ackley following up with the home run. 6-5 Seattle. Ball club in front here, 6-5. And here's a reminder, when you take your kids to Safeco Field Sunday, May 25th, your kids are going to flip their lids, because not only will they catch a great Mariners baseball, but they're going to pick up a sweet Mariners cap. It's free to all youngsters 14 and under, thanks to Aquafina. Grab tickets for the whole family at Mariners.com. Alex Gordon to lead it off here in the 5th. Gordon, Keane, and Giovitello 5, 6, and 7. You nailed it. A guy who could use the pick-me-up, coming off 2 great wins on the road. This man right here, Roanis Elias. Now he's got the lead back.
Well, it's that, and he's had to throw a lot of extra pitches today and giving up some runs because of a few lapses on the defensive side of things. And it's great to see the guys come right back and help him out on the offensive end, where at least has a lead. But he'll give up this base hit, line drive back up the middle. I'd like to see him have an inning here where he can get through this one and get back in the dugout with the lead and a chance to get the win. Up to 82 pitches, so we'll see how far he's going to be able to go.
Bring up Lorenzo Keane. Reached on an error by Seager in the 2nd. Came around and scored on the grand slam by Escobar. And flied out to right in the 3rd. Gordon doesn't run much in terms of base stealing. He's 0 for 2. Big part of the offense, however, for the Kansas City Ball Club, 4th in the American League, 27 out of 36. Kansas City's put its leadoff man aboard in each of the first 5 innings here. hurricane. One top of strike zone. Elias did catch a break there. Bouncing ball to Seager. Cano for one. Smoke for two. There's the double play you were looking for. Around the horn they go.
That is more like it.
Second double play turn today.
Well, he's able to get the ground ball to high. Hopper. Kyle gets it. Accurate throw to second. A quick turn by Cano. Makes it look so easy with the strong arm, but nice double play turn for Elias.
Alex Gordon found out, yes, I can get down quickly.
Good point. And aware of it, too.
Here's Giavotella, strikeout, walk, and a run scored. Good breaking ball. 0-2. Four strikeouts for Elias. He's walked one. Giving up 5 runs on 9 hits. And on the ground, Cano to his left. Throws him out. Gives up the leadoff base hit, erased the double play, and Giavotella grounds out. And he gets his boys back into the dugout. 6-5 Mariners. Baseball on Root Sports is being brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. And by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box and try the new Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. It's Jack's hottest sandwich yet. James Jones slaps one left field. Going back, Gordon can't get it! Loping in the second. With his second big league double and starting the 5th inning, James Jones. See that sign out in right field? Stirrup Nation.
Good call. Well, I think we're going to have a lot of fun watching this young man play. And they show some pop here. Solid line drive into left field, going opposite field, and driving it over the head of Gordon. Quality left fielder. Pick up a double.
Brad Miller pops one up. Escobar for the out. Stir-up nation for Brad Miller and James Jones.
Very good.
He keeps it like this. I'll wear him again.
I'm in with you. Why not? He's fun to watch. Robinson Cano, tough day so far. He has hit the ball on the button 2 times, lined out to center, and then lined out for a double play at the first baseman, Hosmer. He's been robbed a couple of times today.
Way inside. Cano now 11 for 45 against Jeremy Guthrie with 2 home runs as Herrera starts to heat up.
Mariners 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Again, wow.
3 times he's hit it hard. Goodness.
That's why you've heard they all even out. Yep. The really good hitters will tell you they do not. I guarantee you that right now. He doesn't even have to move. This is hit on the button again. Solid line drive right at him. The really good hitters will tell you it does not even out.
Wow.
Lined out 3 times today.
It's been said a bajillion times. It can be a cruel game.
Yes.
Jeez. Corey Hart sent one to the track. First time up, run down by Kane in center field. Second time up, he flied out to right. One. Mariners trying to win the 5th consecutive series, and the lead here 2-1. So 2 out of 3 from Texas. Beat the Yankees 2 games to none. Top spin, gets it into center field. Jonesy will score easily. Corey Hart picks up an RBI. 7-5 Mariners. Corey picking up RBI number 15.
Corey has been clutch in these situations. Comes into the game hitting .292 with runners in scoring position, so that average will go up. Solid base hit back up the middle, pick up an RBI.
Ed Yost is going to come get his right-hander, Jeremy Guthrie. He's given up 3 home runs today. Ackley 2 and 1 for Seager. He's chased, trailing 7-5.
His face, he makes it 7-5 Mariners. Hi everyone, Angie Mentink with you here on Mother's Day at Safeco Field. Meantime, the Angels have absolutely owned the Blue Jays lately. They have won 6 straight games against them, and they're going to leave town happy again thanks to Hank Conger. In the 6th inning, he clubs this 3-run blast. He finishes the day with a career-high 5 RBIs. Angels beat the Jays for the 7th straight time. 9-3, guys.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. New pitcher, and we've seen him heat it up. Kelvin Herrera.
Tough day for Guthrie. Spotted an early lead, but he goes 4 2/3, 8 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned, and he was responsible for hard at first base. Didn't walk anybody, a couple of strikeouts, 80 pitches, 48 of those pitches for strikes.
Justin smoked the hitter, 2 out. Runner at first to run in.
th appearance for Herrera, a 1.59 ERA. Justin 1 for 2. Solid line drive base hit into right field his last time up.
How about the first time he hit one hard too to center field?
Yeah, right at Kane.
Back in the 2nd inning. Per usual, the shift is on. Seager's hit a 2-run homer, 2 solo blasts by Ackley today. Brad Miller doubled in 2. Corey Hart is now singled in the run. Mariners were down 4-0 early on the 2nd inning grand slam by Alcides Escobar. .3-0 here. Way outside.
Take a look at a couple of the home runs in this game. You can take a look at Dustin Ackley, and the thing about Dustin, more traditionally drifts forward. You can see his front knee. See how it stays bent as he makes contact. Unusual. Most guys will stiffen up that front leg, straighten it out, and then Kyle, the big load, strong lower half for Kyle. And watch him as he starts to hit, and the way he straightens out that front leg off the stiff front side, more of a traditional swing. The bend comes after he makes contact. So there's a couple different ways to do it. And both of those guys having some success here in this one today. Ackley with a couple of home runs, and Kyle Seager, the team leader, with 6. And you can see the amount of power that Kyle, he loads up with that little stutter step. He'll step back and load up on his backside and basically stay back there and hit off a stiff front side. Where Dustin, he'll drift forward a little bit. And I said it before when Dustin first came up, it's an unusual swing that he can make work for him. And when he squares the ball up, generates a lot of power. Hit some line drives that are fun to watch. And the only person I've ever seen with that bent front leg like that, like Dustin Ackley, is Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs used to do that drift out on his front side, but his hands were so good that he was able to get away with it. And Dustin similar to that, where Kyle is more traditional, the way that he loads up on that backside.
Herrera has yet to throw a strike. He gets a visit from his pitching coach, Dave Island. Last time the Mariners went back-to-back home runs, April 17th against Texas, Cano and Hart.
I just thought it was an interesting thing to look at, seeing them go back-to-back home runs, because they're just so different.
Yep. 2 outs and 2 on. Still hasn't thrown a strike.
Mariners 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. And I'm sure Lloyd McClendon will give him the green light if he wants to swing at a fastball in the middle of the plate. We've seen Lloyd do that a lot here in the first quarter of the season. He lets these guys play.
There's a strike. Joey Votto won a game yesterday for Cincinnati, 3-0.
Well, that last pitch didn't have to be a strike. Looked like it was up. Lloyd's not happy about it. I don't blame him. 99 miles an hour.
3-1. I thought he had a pass.
He did. Look at that. Wow. He's all over the place. I don't understand why you would give him pitches like that.
Oof. Marcus Patillo is the home plate umpire. The second one was way worse than the first one.
I agree.
3-2. Rolls over on one. Hosmer. He'll take it himself. And that'll do it. Mariners get a run on the Corey Hart RBI. And Strand 2 lead now at 7-5.
point in the top of the 6th inning, little kid comes in and steals second base, right? Well, that base is heavy. And James Jones, he knows a thing or two about stealing bases, and so he goes ahead and helps out. How cool is that? Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Meantime, I've got MLS action for you. The Portland Timbers taking on the Galaxy, and Portland trails like craziest game. Then Will Johnson makes the nice pass to Diego Valeri. He scores. Game ends in a 1-1 draw. Robbie Keane scored for LA, so both goals came in second half stoppage time. And, guys, that is the first time that has second time that has ever happened in MLS history. How about, though, Ronas Elias back to the task at hand? Fantastic, and this is huge, you guys, that he gets here, and it's nice that the bullpen is well rested.
Indeed, that is the case. A good bullpen to go to right now. Dominic Leone's going to take over, but this is what Elias did, and his guys picked him up after letting him down.
Yeah, how about it? 5 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, only 3 of them earned. But Elias, he came out throwing the ball well. The defense, a few lapses hurt him in this one today, but he's able to stay in there long enough with the 87 pitches that he had thrown. He gets some work and picks up a few strikeouts. In fact, 5 strikeouts for Elias in this one today, going to that great curveball. But he had to throw a lot of extra pitches today. But he is in line for the win. Dominic Leone will take over his 13th appearance on the year. He's pitched well, a 1.93 ERA, 14 strikeouts in the 14 innings that he has pitched, and opponents hitting just .231 off of Dominic.
Ernest they can hold on and win. It'll be 3 consecutive wins for Mr. Elias. First hitter is Escobar. Batting in the 8-hole, their shortstop, followed by Brett Hayes, their catcher, and then right fielder Nori Aoki back in the leadoff spot. Pitched by Leone, 0-2. Two here to Escobar. Ball 2 strikes.
Good fastball from Leone. 96 miles an hour on the outside corner.
Leone made his big league debut at Oakland back on April 6th. Came up when Hector Noesi was sent out. That's through Zunino. 2-2. Last year, 2.25 ERA for Leone between Class A Clinton, Class A High Desert, and Double A Jackson in the Mariners system. Trying a full count. Lewis Coleman. Looks like he'll be the next pitcher for Kansas City. Three-2. Fights it off. Mariners have done a heck of a job battling back. What a blow it was. A couple of errors and error. Some infield hits. They load them up, and then Escobar with the grand slam in the 2nd inning. Mariners have scored in their last 3 innings. Center field. There's Jones. One out here in the 6th. No one deserves to be bullied. Fernando. Try that again. Felix Hernandez and Grammy Award-winning star Macklemore. They're asking students to take the pledge and change the game. Students can enter to win a meeting with Felix and Macklemore on June 12th. Teachers can win access to Macklemore bobbleheads for their entire class. Visit Mariners.com/change the game to learn more. Brett Hayes popped to the catcher and struck out today. Gets that outside corner, 1-1. Leon certainly has got the eye of skipper Lloyd McClendon. He likes going to him and projects him later on in his career as he gets older and stronger. He's an ninth inning guy.
It didn't take long.
Sure did.
A week to 10 days into the season, and he had his confidence. He didn't even break camp with the club.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. Back to the top of the order, Nori Aoki.
This is one of the things he likes. He's aggressive, and he can be because he has a good fastball. That one 96 miles an hour at the top of the strike zone. Just a good four-seam fastball.
Family at right field enjoying the festivities here. Aoki, the hitter, 1 for 3. And an infield hit in the first inning. Struck out looking and reached on an error by Smoke in the 4th. One. Two balls, 1 strike. Seager in at third, creeping in. This one fouled back. Good to talk to James Paxton before the game. 40-pitch bullpen today. He's got another bullpen Wednesday. He's optimistic, feeling good, hoping to get back as soon as possible. Strength felt good. Ball came out of his hand well. He said he was going at about 80-85% capacity. He's very excited about hopefully being back soon. 2-2. Good play foul.
His bullpen on Wednesday is supposed to go 55 pitches. If everything goes well with that, he should be right there for a rehab start.
Potentially, he could be back in the rotation 29-30 of May. 2-2. Jones way over in left center. Ackley guarding the line. Left. Strike 3 call. Good inning for Dominic Leone. A couple of strikeouts as he goes 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. Mariners have a 7-5 lead. power play. You're going to like this one.
Well, Dustin Ackley, his last at bat in last night's game, drives the ball into the seats out in right field. That was his second home run. And then today, his first at bat, hits a changeup out to left center field, hits it into the pen. His third home run, and then in his last at bat, a curveball that he hits out to right center field. So his last 3 plate appearances, he has 3 home runs.
Not bad at all.
He will lead off here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
When he homered last night, it had been the first time since, April 5th, I believe it was, against Oakland.
Let's try to remember the last time a Mariner homered 3 times in a row. I think it might have been Cameron. It was a while ago. 2000, maybe 2001, something like that. Coleman will take over his 10th appearance of the year. A 6.30 ERA. Opponents hitting .263. He's given up a couple of home runs.
And he has got a funky delivery. You right-handers, be ready. Ackley, Romero, and Zunino here in the home 6th. Elias gave the Mariners 5 innings of 9 hit ball, 5 runs, just 3 earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Gave up a grand slam to Escobar in the 2nd inning. Right now, pitcher of record for the Mariners. Ackley to the other way, going foul. Two and two. 30,447 on hand. Very good crowd. Mother's Day. Little leaguers had a chance to march around the field beforehand. Hope you're enjoying Mother's Day wherever you're watching. As Ackley, he did go. He's gone, and he does not protest. One out here in the 6th. Bring up Stephen Romero, hit by a pitch in the 3rd, came around and scored on the Brad Miller 2-run double. He grounded out the 1st. Lewis Coleman, the 3rd pitcher used today by Kansas City. Years old, out of Greenwood, Mississippi. Look at Romero. See if he can get going here again. 0 for 10 on the series. Hosmer, good athlete. Going back, can he get it?
Andy Farquhar getting loose in the pen for the Mariners. Good inning for Leon. 1-2-3 inning. Couple of strikeouts as you look at Danny getting loose.
Romero staying in there nicely against Coleman. Looks like he's coming out of the left field stands. Coleman out of LSU. Coleman, the 2009 Southeastern Conference Pitcher of the Year, led LSU to the College World Series. They won the title that year. Way outside. Coleman's been up and down with this Kansas City ball club since 2011. Fights it off, base hit. Right to hang with him, Stephen Romero. That was a very good at bat.
Fouled off a number of pitches. from the side armor, dropping down on him, throwing him two-seamers and sliders and everything else, and he just continued to foul off pitches. That was running in on his hands, but he's able to fight it off and get a base hit.
Here's Zunino, 1 for 2, hit and run single in the third, tap back to the pitcher in the fourth. Runner goes, popped up. Taking a look, his third baseman Valencia does not have a play.
Yeah, good catch.
There you go.
McClendon tried it again. That was back in the third inning where Romero reached by getting hit by a pitch. He put a hit and run on, and Zunino hit a ball through the right side of the infield. Romero went from first to third.
0-2 to Mike. Put it in play, right back to Coleman. There's Giavotella over to Hosmer for a 1-4-3 double play. They'll do it for the Mariners in the sixth. This fan did the right thing when he packed his glove. It pays off. Reaching above the crowd. Mariners lead 7-5. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is being brought to you by Vern Fonk Insurance. Bad luck can hit anyone. Insure with the 13th man, Vern Fonk Insurance. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Glorious Mother's Day here at Safeco Field. 30,447 on hand. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew. Mariners were down big early, have rallied and lead by 2 as Danny Farquhar takes over, the third Mariner pitcher today.
And for Danny, his 16th appearance on the year, 1-0 record, ERA 1.45 ERA for Danny. 21 strikeouts in 18 2/3. Opponents hitting just 200. Is not giving up a home run. Danny, good four-seam fastball. Will be around 95, 96 with his four-seamer. Uses a cutter, 89 to 91, and a 12-6 curveball.
Here's Eric Hosmer to lead it off. Better hitters in the American League. Terrific start. We'd like to wish Jean Jack of Pullman, Washington, a very special Mother's Day from her sons. Jean's a longtime Mariner fan, watches every night from the Palouse. Happy Mother's Day, Jean. Jean, that's good stuff.
And Danny's missed with a couple of cut fastballs inside.
2-1 to Eric Hosmer. And into a double play, ground rule double, and a strikeout.
Aaron Crow getting loose in the Royals pen.
Hosmer didn't like that call at all. Marcus Portillo has been in and out today. 2-2. Way inside. Hosmer 1 for 1 against Farquhar. Counted 3-2. Hosmer, Butler, and Valencia 2-3-4 for Kansas City. Indeed, is trouble. Fair ball. Bounce in the stands. Another ground rule double for Hosmer. Here's Angie Mente.
Guys, the Rainiers beat Las Vegas 6-5 today, but really it was yesterday's game. That game postponed because of high winds made it impossible to play. Dust everywhere. Chris Taylor and Nick Franklin leading the way for Tacoma in that one. Franklin had 4 hits in the game, hitting .383 for the season. He was a triple short of the cycle. Taylor, 3 hits, batting .351 this year. He needed a home run for the cycle. That second game underway right now. It is scoreless, but Franklin has a hit and Taylor 2 hits. Guys.
All right, Angie, thank you. Here's Billy Butler. Fouls one off. Butler 1 for 3 today. Strikeout looking, popped a short and an infield hit.
And the Royals 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position this afternoon.
Fly ball towards the line, right field. There's Romero battling, hanging with it, and he goes into the stands. Nice catch by that fan.
Take a look at the Royals and their offense. Last year, a .270 average with runners in scoring position. This year, ranked 18th with a .234 average. See what they've done against left-handers. Wow, last year they were 7th in average. This year, 26th. And then, of course, with 2 strikes, really struggling, just a .155 average with 2 strikes this year. So a big change over the course of 2 seasons.
Swing, and Zunino holds on to the foul tip. Butler's gone, 1 down. First strikeout for Eddie Farquhar.
Here's the curveball, 77 miles an hour. 12-6 curveball down at the bottom of the strike zone, and Butler swing over the top of it.
Here's Valencia, 2 for 3. A couple of infield hits. Two 2-0. Two and 1 to Valencia. Danny played in the first game Thursday night, went 0 for 3, played at second base. Much more at home at third. As he pops this one up, that'll get out of play. Brilliant sunshine here at the ballpark. James Jones now moving over to right center field. Andy Van Slyke moving him over. 2-2 pitch.
Good curveball. That is a great pitch.
Boy, Danny was in the dugout, had his hands up in the air.
They had him set up for the curveball. Just was able to strike Butler out with this pitch, and he throws a perfect pitch. That's on the outside corner, right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Lost it. Kyle Seager had a couple pitches go against him in his last at bat. He wound up rounding out the first.
And so did Elias this afternoon.
The veteran Cano, now Rick waits. Tell Danny to calm down.
Yeah,
Easier said than done.
Let's refocus out here.
Dude, we got a 2-run lead. Yeah, you get screwed. Move on.
Nobody throwing in the Mariner pen.
Dangerous hitter here in Alex Gordon. 2 for 3 today. Check swing, foul ball. Gordon 0 for 1 against Farquhar. Only one. Two on and 1 out. Tying runs aboard. Gordon represents the go-ahead run. Fouled it off. He played with some intense competitors. Was there ever time you had to go to try to calm a guy down after a play like that and he told you to get lost?
Oh, no, I never went anywhere near the mound in those situations, Dave. I knew I wasn't going to pitch, so I didn't have any business being out there. Leave that up to Dan Wilson, Dave Valley. Let those guys deal with that.
Foul. I can see you go to Norm, Boz, Randy.
No. All of them intense, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, no. I'd wait for the catcher to go running out there, and then I would have a conversation with the third base coach.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
I figure they'll figure it out.
Ball and 2 strikes to Gordon. Fouled off. And sometimes you'd like to hear those, a recording of those conversations. Then again, maybe not too. Was Gibson's line to McCarver, you don't know anything about pitching, you can't hit it, so what are you doing out here? Get out of here.
Exactly.
1 and 2. Off the plate. Inning started with a ground rule double. Off the bat of Eric Hosmer. Billy Butler struck out. Valencia walked, and now Gordon. 2 on and 1 out. Mariners up by 2. Slashes away. Seager chases, won't get it.
Thinking about that, my favorites are when some pitching coaches would go out there and they wouldn't even make it halfway, turn around and head back to the dugout.
2 and 2. Way inside.
And Danny's throwing a lot of pitches. 23 pitches here in the inning with just 1 out. Joe Beimel has started to get loose in the pen, and so is Medina.
3-2 here to Gordon. Hosmer was not going anywhere. 7 runs on 9 hits. Mariners have committed 3 errors. Kansas City 5 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. Kansas City's left 5 men aboard. Mariners have stranded 2. Bases loaded. Danny's definition of a strike and Marcus Patino's definition of a strike, he's the home plate umpire, are worlds apart.
I can tell you which one matters, and right now it's hurting Danny.
Mariners have turned 2 double plays today. A third is in order here. Working inside, misses. Ball 1. Wood by him. 1-1. Slow breaking ball, misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and 1. Center field. Backing up Jones. Fighting the sun. Hangs with it. Makes the catch. A run will score. We got a 1-run ball game as Hosmer comes across on a sacrifice fly by Kane, who picks up the 7th RBI. 2 down here in the 7th. The runner at second. Valencia moved to third.
And a good job by Jones. Glasses on, trying to shade his eyes with his glove and staying with it.
Valencia to third. Runners at the corners. Here's Giovitella. Strikeout, walk, a run scored, and a ground out. Deep drive, left field. Johnny Giovitella, 3-run jack. 9-7 Kansas City.
For Giovitella, his first home run of the year. Again, the Royals last in the American League in home runs, but they have a grand slam and now a 3-run homer in this game.
And Royals Elias will not win this game. First pitch from Farquhar, and he was all over it.
Boy,
it has not been a good appearance for Danny. And this with, again, the vagaries of baseball with a well-rested bullpen.
Well, a couple of walks. Granted, some of those pitches Danny probably should get, but
Jones regains sight of it and makes the catch. So Kansas City unleashes. They get a sac fly and a 3-run homer from Johnny Giovitella. And the Mariners now on the short end. Keep it right here for God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
stretch being brought to you by Washington's Lottery and the Department of Imagination. What would you do if you won? The Mariners would like to celebrate a Mother's Day win. They're going to have to rally to do it in this slugfest. Mariners have banged out 3 home runs, 2 for Kansas City. A Escobar grand slam, a 3-run shot by Giavotella. Ackley's got 2 solo blasts and a 2-run homer by Seager today.
Yeah, a couple of big innings have hurt the Mariners. 4 runs in the second and 4 runs in the 7th. Aaron Crow will take over, his 17th appearance on the year. Hasn't given up an earned run in 14 innings. 8 strikeouts, 4 walks. Opponents hitting 160.
He's got the top of the order. Here's James Jones. In at third is Valencia. And strike 1 to Jones. Jones with the double and a run scored. 1 for 3. Bouncing ball to Giavotella. And he throws out Jones. 1 down here in the Mariners' 7th. Get downtown from the airport for only $2.75 on Sound Transit's Link Light Rail. See how easy it is at soundtransit.org. Here's Brad Miller.
Brad 1 for 3 today, had a double. Picked up a couple of RBIs.
Broken 0 for 19. See his batting average. See it start climbing up.
Fine.
It does. And close. Hosmer flips to Crow. Quick 2 outs.
Just out of his reach. I thought once it was past the pitcher, maybe Brad would be able to outrun him to the bag. They get Brad for, well, half a step. Well, if anybody deserves a base hit today, it is Robinson.
You know it. 3, count them, 3 times he's hit the ball hard. Right at somebody. Center field, first base, third base. There's a base hit. Good call. Bring the tying run to the plate, the person of Corey Hart.
First pitch fastball, 95 miles an hour on the inside corner. Oh, the inside out swing. Drives it right back up the middle. See if Corey can step on one. Corey with 5 home runs on the year.
Ball 1 to Corey. 1 for 3. RBI in the 5th. Sent Keane to the track at center field in the 2nd inning. Flied out to right in the 4th. Got full. 1-1. Escobar, short way to Giavotella. That will do it. Mariners quietly go in the 7th, down 9-7.
have some work to do. They trail now by 2. Hi, everyone. Angie Mentink here. You know, there was a YouTube video recently that showed people trying to hire someone to be a mom, although they didn't tell them that the job title was of mom. A thankless job. You're not going to get paid much. Well, it is Mother's Day, and no surprise that it is also the theme of our AT&T fan photos of the game. Our first one comes from Rick. Rick's a big fan of mom, and another one from Tina shows her enjoying the game with mom as well. So a big thank you to all the moms out there. I know it doesn't pay very well, but it is the most important job in the whole entire world. Guys, back to you.
All right, Angie, thank you very much.
Joe Beimel will take over for the Mariners. 14 appearances on the year, ERA right at 3. 12 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 4 walks. Opponent's hitting .286.
Joe, the 4th Mariner pitcher today. He's got Brett Hayes to lead it off. Wood gets away. Brett, the backup catcher, 0 for 3 today. Popped out to Zunino and twice struck out.
And Medina continues to get loose in the pen for the Mariners.
What a crazy game today. Elias coming in, having won his last 2 ball games, been throwing really well. Gives up a grand slam in the 2nd inning. Mariners battle back with 3 in the bottom of the 3rd. They get a 2-run double by Brad Miller, breaking 0 for 19. Ackley had led off the inning with a home run. That made it a 4-3 ball game. Here's a 1-1. No problem for Ackley here. A few steps in and 1 out. So then, top of the 4th inning, Kansas City gets another run on an error by Smoke. So that makes it 5-3. So what do the Mariners do? They come back in the home 4th and get a 2-run homer by Seager and a solo blast by Ackley to make it 6-5. Add another run in the 5th inning and an RBI single by Corey Hart. Rolling along nicely. 4th inning, the 7th inning, a 4 spot put up by Kansas City. Danny Farquhar not sharp today. A run, 1 inning, 2 hits, 4 runs all earned, 2 walks and a K. 3-run homer by Johnny Giavotella, his first of the season. And they've had a grand slam and a 3-run homer.
So I guess we've seen a little bit of everything today, haven't we, Dave?
It's just been crazy. Ackley, 3 straight plate appearances with home runs, counting last night. Long foul ball. But James Jones makes some nice catches in the outfield and get a double and a run scored. Cano's hit the ball hard 4 times. His 4th time up, he finally got a base hit. Tough luck.
Yeah. Miller finally broke up his over with a double, drove in a couple of runs.
So you figure you're going to be up big, and here it is, you're trailing by 9-7. 16 runs, 21 hits, and 4 errors these teams have combined for this afternoon. Good to have Kyle Seager back out of sick bay. Took ill on Friday. Mike Zunino had a hit and run single. Stephen Romero had a terrific at bat. 3rd time up. Ackley, well positioned, makes the catch. Two outs here in the 8th. Fans, follow every Mariners game with MLB.com at bat on your favorite mobile phone or tablet. Get live look-ins, instant replays, score stats, audio, free MLB.tv game of the day, and more. Download on the App Store or visit Mariners.com today. 2 outs for Eric Hosmer. He's got 2 ground rule doubles. Bounced 1 into the Mariner bullpen and 1 into the down the left field line.
It's a big reason why Hosmer amongst the league leaders in average hits. I'm a bit surprised to see him hitting 2nd in their lineup, but then Yost hits him 2nd. He's had a good series too. 7 for 15 in the series to push his average up to 322.
1 to Hosmer. Breaking ball misses.
Just 70 miles an hour, but he left it inside.
Hosmer 7 for 15 on the series. 2-1 the count. Pitch from Beimel. It's that outside corner. Jones shading towards left center for Hosmer. We certainly hope that Beimel pitches that way, because there is a humongous gap between center field, the center fielder Jones, and right fielder Romero. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count.
Good pitch again. Bottom of the strike zone on the outside corner.
Payoff here to Hosmer. Strike him out. Good inning for Joe Beimel. 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. Mariners trail by 2, and happy Mother's Day to the ladies on our crew. Angie Mentink down at the Ford Sports Desk, and in the back row, Sarah, happy Mom's Day! Yay! A Mother's Day slugfest here at Safeco Field. A grand slam by Escobar, a 3-run shot by Giavotella, solo blast by Ackley. He's got 2 of them, and a 2-run homer by Kyle Seager. A 9-7 score as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning with Smoke leading off.
Wade Davis will take over for the Royals. Former starter for the Rays.
Smolko for 2 with a walk. Second year for Davis in Kansas City.
This will be his 15th appearance. He's pitched well, a 2.35 ERA and 15 1/3, 28 strikeouts. That's a big strikeout number. Opponents hitting just 148 against him.
Much more effective out of the pen last year for Davis in 31 games, 24 starts, a record of 8-11, a 5.32 ERA. At Tampa Bay, he had a couple of double-figure winning seasons. He went 12-10 in 2010, 11-10 in the next season. Dropped off to 3-0 and then was moved to Kansas City. 2-1. Into the shift, here's Jay Vitello. One out here in the Mariners' 8th. Getting ready to turn back the clock and turn up the funk. Saturday, May 24th, returning back the hands of time to 1979. Mariners and Astros are going to be wearing their retro unis, and you're going to be encouraged to dress for the decade too. Boogie on over to Mariners.com for your tickets to turn back the clock night. It's that 13 days from now. Maybe I can grow some more hair. Har, har, har. Get back to the 79 look.
See if Kyle can add to his afternoon. 1 for 3, a 2-run home run. Kyle leads the club with 6 home runs on the year.
That'll play. Mariners played some good ball, winning 12 of their last 16. Need to rally here to win their 5th consecutive series. They took 2 out of 3 from Texas. Went 2-0 at New York, 2-1 at Houston. Took 3 out of 4 at Oakland. Two and one. Swings through. Big shift on for Seager. 2-2 pitch.
I don't remember Davis throwing this hard when he was in the starting rotation. He's 96, 97 now with his fastball.
Impressive. Came over to Kansas City with James Shields in the Will Myers trade, December of 2012. We'll see Will Myers and company starting tomorrow night. Tampa Bay Rays come to town for 3 games. Pretty good battle going on here. Two and one to Seager. 2-2, I should say, with 1 out. And he fooled him. Tag applied by the catcher Hayes. 2 outs.
After a number of fastballs, we'll take a look at this curveball. 12-6 curveball in the dirt.
Home run day for Ackley, 2 for 3. Both times he homered on 1-1 pitches and then struck out in the 6th. 2-0. Andrew told you earlier, Angels win at Toronto 9-3. Minnesota 4-3 over Detroit. That's a final. Houston wins at Baltimore 5-2. And the Athletics, wow, 9-1. They beat Washington behind Kazmir. He goes to 5-1. And just going to have highlights of the A's game coming up. 1-2 pitch to Ackley. Bouncing ball through the hole. Base hit. And the tying run to the plate.
And looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter. We are. It'll be Michael Saunders.
Saunders said he could go today if necessary.
Take a look at Dustin Ackley. Good day. 3 for 4. A couple of home runs.
Saunders, you remember seeing yesterday. We thought it was an ankle. Then they came back with word that it was a hyperextended left knee. He said his ligaments are so screwed up in the ankle he can't do any more damage to him, so that's not a problem. He said day to day, he said I could play if necessary. He said it could have been a lot worse with the knee. He said he got 20 texts about the ankle because everybody saw that first replay.
Right.
His phone was just blown up when he got back to the clubhouse.
It looked like his ankle to me.
Yeah, absolutely. But he said the no ligament damage. Didn't have to get an MRI. Strength is good, so let's see what he can do coming off the bench after having to leave in last night's ball game. He represents the tying run. Strike one to Michael. A 1 pitch. Outside for ball 1. Big rip by Saunders, who's 2 for 5 against Wade Davis.
Take a look at this last pitch. Want to go back inside and throws it right above his hands. Not able to catch up to it.
Mariners have had 1 runner picked off at first. That was back in the first inning. Brad Miller picked off by starter Jeremy Guthrie, who's long gone and off the hook now for the loss, potential loss. 1-2 here to Saunders. For ball 2-2. Saunders trying to break an 0 for 11. He's got a full count. Two outs. Ackley at first. Payoff here to Saunders. Ackley takes off. Struck him out. 9th inning coming up. Kansas City by 2.
Angie Mentink here with you at the Ford Sports Desk. Meantime, Oakland trying to sweep the Nationals and former teammate Gio Gonzalez, and what a day it was for Derek Norris. He had a 3-run bomb in the first inning, then blasted this 3-run shot in the second. 6 RBIs, and the A's go on to win it. 9-1 the final score. Guys?
It's a pesky team, that Oakland Ball Club.
They really are.
23-15. Derek Norris. Nationally, you don't hear much about those guys. Of course, obviously, we see them 19 times. But Norris and who's the other guy that Jaso? No, but the 37, number 37, the left-hand kid that hits all the home runs against us.
Oh, Moss.
Brandon Moss. Nationally, they're not known. We know plenty about them as Cole Gillespie takes over in right field. Yeah, Moss and Norris. Ravis Medina takes over.
This will be his 18th appearance on the year. He's had to pitch a lot. 2-1 record, 4.2 ERA. 15 innings, 13 strikeouts, 10 walks.
He's got 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Butler, Valencia, and Gordon. Trying to keep it right here. 2-run Mariner deficit. Medina, the 5th pitcher used by Lloyd McClendon.
Holland getting loose in the Royals pen.
Ground ball to Miller. Takes the time, throws out Billy Butler. Tampa Bay Rays coming to town, 3-game series. And here's a look at your pitching matchup. Cesar Ramos against Felix Hernandez. David Price, first time pitching here in this building. Good matchup there with Iwakuma. And then Jake Odorizzi, who came over from Kansas City in that aforementioned trade with Will Myers, goes against Brandon Maurer. Mariners will see Kansas City again the middle of June. Weekend series, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Danny Valencia, the hitter. A couple of infield hits. Ground out to the pitcher. And a walk. He scored twice.
And with Holland getting loose in the Royals pen, it'll be Zunino, Jones, and Miller in the bottom of the 9th.
Ball for strike 1 and 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Couple of big innings for Kansas City. Got a grand slam from Alcides Escobar in the 2nd inning. Johnny Giavotella, 3-run homer in the 7th. Also in that 7th inning, a sacrifice fly by Lorenzo Cain. Got an unearned run back in the 4th as well. 2 and 2. Strike 3 called. So Medina set down the first 2 men that he's faced.
Goes with a good slider right at the bottom of the strike zone. Back-to-back pitches. Didn't get the first one called, but that one was right there. It's a curveball, 12-6 curveball.
And that will bring up Alex Gordon. He's got 2 hits and 2 runs scored today. 2 for 4. Strike 1. Went down and got it. Shoots into the gap. Cut off by Gillespie, bobbled by Gillespie. Gordon kept his head up. He's at second base. And he's going to go to third.
And he's going to get there.
I thought you had it. No, you had it. No, I got it. No, you had it.
I think it went off the glove of Cano. He was going to let the ball go through because it was an in-between hop, but I think it ended up hitting a piece of it. So that'll be a double. We'll see who they give the error to. Actually, that'll be a single, probably an error on Gillespie, and then an error on either the throw. There's the first error. That looked like it hit Cano in the leg. There should be a couple of errors on that play.
So Gillespie gets 2 errors on that play. E9 will allow Gordon to second, E9 to third.
Errors with 5 errors today.
Grief.
Yeah.
Woo. That's an ugly line up there. Mariners, look at that. 7 runs and 11 hits. We'll teletype the number to him, but there's 5 E's now. 5 errors. It's usually a month's worth. Got it one afternoon. Chop foul by Lorenzo Cain. Sacrifice flies last time up. That was in the 7th inning. Two trying to put Cain away here.
A good play by Zunino. Keep that in front of him. Pitch was over in the other batter's box. Hard breaking ball from Medina, but he's just going to spike it. Oh, it looked like it hit him in his right arm.
Ball and 2 strikes. And he's gone. Big strikeout. Needed it and got it. Bottom of the 9th coming up. You've got Zunino, Jones, and Miller 9-1 and 2 in search of some runs. The 9th inning, trying to win their 5th consecutive series on this sunny Sunday. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Let's get the rally happening, the rally vibe working here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Mike Zunino is going to lead it off against one tough hombre, all-star, pitcher of the year for the Kansas City Royals last year. 47 saves. Greg Holland.
Hard throwing right-hander for Holland. 13 innings pitched, 20 strikeouts for him. He has 8 saves. He has blown one, though. 2.77 ERA. Mariners need a couple of runs.
First pitch off the plate. Zunino today hit and run single. Tap back to the pitcher, bounced into a double play.
Marcus has struggled behind the plate today. Pitch wasn't even close.
Marcus Patillo, that's multiple examples. We've seen that. 1-1. 1-2 to Zunino. Ball misses. A unique approach the way he pitches, isn't it?
It is. He can rush it up there, though. He'll be in the upper 90s with that good curveball.
Two pitch. Breaking ball froze him. He's gone. 1 out.
I'm gonna bring up James Jones. James 1 for 4 today. Hit a double and scored a run. And we'll take a look at this last pitch. It's a breaking ball. Our McDonald's Supermo. You see the curveball from Holland.
Rare blown save for Holland on Monday against San Diego. Jed Jerko tied it up with a home run.
I think the Mariners were able to get to him last year in Kansas City. I believe it was Raul Ibanez that hit a home run off
of him. Sure did. Really blown 2 chances in his last 49. First time Jones facing off against Holland. Holland out of Marion, North Carolina, lives in Asheville, North Carolina now. 2-0 here to Jones. 3-0. A walk, a bloop, a blast, dinner time.
Right now, anything you can do to get Robinson Cano to the plate. We have Jones, Miller, and then Cano. And for Cano to hit, somebody has to get on.
Taken all the way. There's a strike. (3-1). In there for strike 2. We showed a great curveball to Zunino. What's he coming back with here?
I think he comes at him with a fastball. You have a rookie up there. Don't want to walk him.
Fastball it is. Hit right to Escobar. Throws out to Speedy Jones. 2 down.
Last chance. Brad Miller 1 for 4 today. Hit a double in the 3rd inning. Drove in a couple of runs.
And much needed for Brad because it ended an 0 for 19 run for him. Of just a hideous slump. Last time the Mariners made 5 errors in a game, September 6th of 2011 against the Angels. And this will do it right here as Holland will flip over to Hosmer, and that's going to do it. They split the series at 2 games apiece. The Mariners lose for just the 5th time in the last 17 games. This game had a lot of everything except the Mariners W in 3 hours and 1 minute.
Well, Mariners down quite a bit early. but showed a lot coming back, scoring 3 runs in the third and then 3 more runs in the fourth, adding another one in the fifth to take the lead. But it was 4 runs in the 7th inning that was the difference in this one.
Got that off of Danny Farquhar. Had a tough game, gave up a sacrifice fly and a 3-run jack to Johnny Giavitello. Mariners post game right now, Brad and Dave.
All right, Dave, Mike, thank you very much. Out here in a very nice and warm pen, it is Brad and Dave. And, well, we're not talking about a series win or a series loss, but a 2-2 series tie, so they're still unbeaten their last 5 series, still playing some ball. This one, though, maybe let slip away a little.